Hello twin flames and welcome to this video. So in this video we're going to talk about age gaps within the twin flame journey. Now I've talked about this before, I've done videos on this before in the playlist, but I wanted to do a refresher because in my own personal journey I am nearly 4 years into my own union in an age gap connection. So that gives me first-hand experience of what it's like to be in union, but also what it's like to come into union and all the struggles and stresses along the way. So if you're in an age gap connection, whether you're the younger one or the older one, this video will be for you. So there is a little bit of a misconception where some people think there has to be an age gap to be a twin flame. That's not true at all, because even if there's no age gap between you and your twin, there will be some kind of challenge. And if there is no physical age gap, it's usually a very powerful spiritual age gap, which means you feel one is older or younger because of the spiritual maturity. You know, even if you're the younger one and your twin's the older one, you may feel that your twin is very spiritually immature. Or if you're the same age, you may feel that your twin is very spiritually immature. So the gaps come in many, many different ways. So if you're watching this thinking, oh, well, I can't be a twin flame then because there's no age gap, don't think that, because it just means there's something else going on within your connection. Every journey is unique and special, but there is a lot of age gap connections out there, and a lot of the time the divine feminine is the older one and the divine masculine is the younger one in physical age. As I said, it could be roles reversed. So again, if you're the younger one, don't feel like it's not your journey or this isn't your video. It's just saying you know what your issue is right now. And an age gap is not an issue. We feel like sometimes it's the thing in the way, or it's the delay or the obstacle or the challenge or the reason you're not in union. But the age gap is just a factor of it. The age gap itself will bring to the surface wounds that need to be healed. The age gap will not turn your masculine off to you. In fact, if anything, it turns your masculine on to you because you know who you are and what you want. Most of the time, their anxiety over the age gap is because of their own issues with themselves, their own age, their own journey, their own level of awareness and understanding, their own experiences and the things that they've done. And when I channeled the Divine Masculine, the Silence deck, which is quite a while ago now, there's a card that came through in that channeling that says it all. The masculine is saying to you, the age gap makes me anxious, but it doesn't turn me away. So if you're in an age gap connection right now and you're thinking, well, he's turned his back on me because of the age gap, or he doesn't want me because of the age gap, or if you're thinking any of these things, breathe, release and think again, because he's answering the question there. He's saying, the age gap makes me anxious, but it doesn't turn me away. So it's not the age gap itself that's making him run. It's his feelings about his own insecurities around it. Because most of the time, the masculine does not feel worthy of the divine feminine, regardless of if there's an age gap or there isn't. So if you're the older one, he's looking at you or she's looking at you. I'm saying he because that's how I'm channeling it, put it into your situation. He's looking at you thinking, wow, look at you. You seem to have it all going for you. You're mature. He doesn't mean mature in age. He means you're very mature in the way you do things. You may have a good job. You may have a really good circle of friends. You may have your own house. You may have money, stability, success. And he's looking at you thinking, why do you want me? Why? Even if you've got your own things going on, Divine Feminine, and you do, you're saying, I'm not as together as I think, as I seem. And he's still saying, yeah, but why do you want me? Why? What have I got to offer you? That's his anxiousness. That's his anxiety. That's his insecurity. It's not, oh, I don't want to be with her because she's too old, or she's gone past childbearing years, or she's decrepit. That's what we think as a divine feminine, because we go into fear and ego and we start thinking all kinds of crazy things. Thinking, if only I was younger, what can I give to him? He can be with anyone, he can be with someone his own age. He's not thinking that at all. Okay? He's thinking, why do you, this goddess, this powerful woman or guy, want me? So you're there thinking, oh, it's because he doesn't want to be with someone your age, but that's not it at all. In fact, a lot of the times the masculines are happy that you're the age you are, because it means you know what you want. You've lived your life. You're not going to cheat. You're not going to run around having parties and going out. You've got your head screwed on. You know, George says to me, women my age just don't do it for me because they just can't give me what I need, because he knows he's meant to be with me. And there's, if you're wondering about our age gap, there's 19 years between me and George. I'm the older one. I'm nearly 47 as I record this in real time, and George is the younger one. And it's actually his birthday in real time on Thursday. So he's still in his 20s and I'm in my 40s. Who cares? And it doesn't matter what people think. You know, when we came into union, we did not care what people think because we were happy together. And when people see you happy together, especially your loved ones, they will be happy for you. Obviously, you're going to get people who judge and don't understand, but you get that in any connection because people fear what they don't understand. But most of the time, anyway, it's some form of insecurity within themselves because they may just be a little bit jealous of what you have. And that's because they feel something is missing in their own life and they have to heal things within themselves. So never be afraid that your masculine is thinking you're too old or you're not enough, because that's not it at all. In other words, it's the other way around. Now, I'm just going to role reverse it a second. If you're the younger one and your masculine is the older one, you might think, well, how does that work then? It's the other way around. Your masculine is looking at you thinking, what do you want with me? I've lived my life. Why do you want me? And there's fear. In fact, there's more fear, thank you, if the masculine is the older one, because he thinks, you've got your whole life ahead of you. What do you want me for? He feels like he's too old or he's got nothing to offer you. It doesn't matter how successful he is or what he's got. He's saying, why do you want me? So this is the energy this reading is about. I want you to understand, Divine Feminine. It's not the age gap. It's his own insecurities around himself that cause the issue. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm too young for him or I'm too old for him, if you're the older one, let that go right now. It has to be about you valuing yourself and loving yourself and knowing your worth. And that comes through self-love and self-care. Knowing your value. Knowing how stunningly gorgeous you actually are or how handsome you are if you're a guy. Looking in the mirror and saying, thank you, I love you. Not in a vain way, but in a wow, I'm so grateful for you. You're amazing. What a warrior you are. And being proud of yourself. And knowing you have sex appeal. That you are attractive. And your twin knows that too. And you'll have offers off other people. You won't want them, but you'll have them. And that's the way the universe is reminding you there's nothing wrong with you. In fact, you are oozing sexual energy. And your masculine knows it. And it's also things about, what if I don't perform? What if I'm not what you expect because you are experienced? These are the things you have to remember. It's his own insecurity. It's nothing to do with you. And that's why he's saying to you, the age gap makes me anxious, but it doesn't turn me away. So let go of any fears around that today. That's what you need to know. It's not you. It's not anything you're doing wrong. In fact, you're doing everything right. And he'll sit there trying to understand why. Why do you want me? He may even say to you things like, oh, it's the age gap, or you're too old, or I can't get my head around it, whatever he says. But that's not true. That's the way he can justify to himself not being with you. You know, before George, I was involved with a catalyst and there was an even bigger age gap there. And many times he denied his feelings for me because he said it's just not right. It's just not right, the age gap. But you know what? I didn't feel it was right either. Why? Because he was a catalyst. He was a catalyst, and we never come into contact in the physical. It was all online. But the point I'm making is it wasn't right because it wasn't the right connection. In the right connection, it will be. And I felt really strange about that connection anyway, but with George, it just felt right straight away. I'm not saying there wasn't insecurities before union, but because there was, but it felt different. And you have to trust what you feel. And that doesn't mean if you're having weird feelings that this person isn't your twin and this person is a catalyst. It means you're experiencing things to remember your own power and your own worth and your value. And without the people we experienced in the past, how can we be fully ready for our twin? Because we learn and grow through all of our experiences. So the point I'm making today, and this is a 10-minute video already, I don't want to go on and on about it, because the real message the angels are giving you today is it's not the age gap itself that's turning your twin away. It's their insecurities and anxieties about being enough for you, being good enough for you, being experienced enough for you, being able to provide and be equal. They want to be equally balanced. So if you're earning more money, if you seem to be successful, he may be looking at you thinking, what can I offer to you? Why? So remember that. So breathe. You are gorgeous. Okay, you are gorgeous. When I'm with George, I never look at him and think, oh, he's 19 years younger than me. We are on the same page. We are on the same wavelength, the same level, because we are one. And you are the same soul age anyway. You've just been born into different timelines in this lifetime to learn and grow, to prove to the world that this is real. That's why we come. We are leaders of love and light, and we are pioneers of truth. So because your connection is different than the normal, it shows the world love is real, that love is true, that love conquers all regardless of what's going on. An age gap, it could be something else between you. You know, if you're going through similar things, but maybe you're from different backgrounds, or maybe you have, you're from different cultures or religions, or, you're different races or whatever it is, it's not that that's turning your twin away. It's the anxiety about being enough for you. And when you are together, you're going to show the world that love conquers all. That it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, you can be with the one you love. And it's the same with same-sex connections. If you're thinking, oh, it's that if he's always been in straight connections, we fall in love with energy. We fall in love with energy. And that's what matters. And that's what the twin flame love is. It's energy. It doesn't matter what body you've been born into, what timeline. It means you are one. And you'll both fight for that love. It's just overcoming the ego that creates the delay. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.